So, when asked about the worst relationship I've ever been in, I had to really think about it because I tend to leave people much better than how I find them. And I would not say my relationships were that bad. But I can point to a time when I discovered something about a man in that I was in a relationship with that was like mind-boggling. And even though there was rumblings in the street about this and that and how he used to dibble and dabble into these different things, I personally had never seen him do any of that and was like, yeah, whatever. So I can't remember the year. I'm going to tell y'all, I believe it was, oh, yeah. It was in the mid 90s. Let's just say that. And my man at the time, had gone out. He was out and I was in the house. And my man at the time came home and was like ringing the doorbell and knocking on the door. Dude, where are your keys? So I finally get to the door and I'm like, yo, who's banging on my door like the police? And I open the door and it was him. And I kid y'all not, it had to have been like between December and January. And when I opened the door, dude had on some boots, some jeans, and no shirt, no coat, no hat, no nothing. And I'm like, yo, where's your keys? And where are your clothes? He looked at me, he was like, he touched his chest. He said, my chain. Of course, the chain I had bought him was not around his neck. He turned around and he ran down the steps like he was a superhero. And I didn't see him for hours later. I was like, wow, that's crazy. Did my man just come home with his clothes missing and all he could think about was his chain? And then he ran back down the stairs like he was some kind of superhero? Now, when he came back, he didn't have no chain. He didn't have his shirt, his sweatshirt, his jacket, his hat, none of that stuff. And that is when I realized that my man was actually smoking angel dust like the streets had been rumbling about for years. Because only angel dust would have you walking down the streets, taking off your clothes, dropping them on the floor, and not realizing that you're doing a damn striptease in the Harlem streets. So yeah, that was the absolute worst part of a relationship that I have ever had.